morning. I'm Deanna L. Martin, and I'm very excited to present to you another one of my very favorite studies, the study of the book of Esther in the Bible. I always enjoy reading these and putting myself in the place of the characters, not thinking of it and just glossing over and quickly reading a story that I have remembered from long ago, but to actually put myself in their place and think of what they must have been feeling, what were the circumstances really like, and giving some background to them. I hope that you enjoy it as well. It is Whispers in Esther, chosen queen for such a time as this. Esther, perhaps one of the more well-known stories in the Old Testament, it is the story of a common girl who becomes a queen in Persia. 10 chapters, a slice out of the life of displaced Jews who had been captured and carried away to Susa, which is the modern-day city of Shush in Iran. Susa was located in the area north of the Persian Gulf, east of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, as they flow into the Persian Gulf. This could possibly be the birthplace of civilization on Earth. The possible location of the Garden of Eden, where Adam and Eve lived and walked in the presence of God Himself. It is not far from Ur, where our spiritual forefather Abram lived when God called him to follow Him, where he didn't even know. And don't forget Nineveh, a bit north and west of Susa, where Jonah was commanded to go preach to the wicked city about 100 years earlier. Susa was also on about the same parallel as Babylon, where Daniel was taken in captivity about 100 years before Esther. God's thumbprint is all over this area, as well as this story. Though you won't see the name of God, nor any indication of the worship of Him by the captive Jews, He is intertwined in the threads of the story. Esther, a young girl whose whole life had been lived in the city of Susa, had been raised by her adopted father, a devout Jew named Mordecai. He had taught her the ways of Yahweh. Never in her wildest dreams did she consider a possibility that she would be summoned to the king, let alone to become queen. Never would she have dreamt that she could have a profound effect on the whole Jewish nation of that time, saving them from destruction. She was just a young girl, but one raised to know and love the God of the Jews. I urge you to read the story from the Bible directly and follow along. Think about your life, the curious occurrences that made no sense at the time, the way God used these events to further your trust in Him, and how your influence in other people's lives was made possible because God had moved you to a certain situation or place for such a time as this.